I'm assuming you clicked on this video because you're interested in calling your energy back. Recently, I called mine back and I wanted to speak on exactly how I did it and what to expect after you call your energy back. So I want to emphasize that I am very spiritual. So if you're not into woo-woo, this ain't for you. I would say I'm like a spiritual alchemist. I heavily believe in our mind is very magical and powerful, and what we believe is true. And recently I've been very stagnant with creating content here on YouTube, but also creating art. I used to upload art quite often, and I used to paint even on my own time at least once a week. But a while ago, I just didn't have the energy. I didn't feel up to it. I didn't feel as though I was burnt out or anything. It was more so a feeling of just not wanting to do it, not caring to do it. And Shadow, come on, buddy. Don't eat the plastic. And that feeling just came out of nowhere, but it really kind of drained me into not caring anymore. And last night on Monday, I decided to write in my journal. And I just had this urge to not only speak about my day, which was a very beautiful day, by the way. I didn't go through anything crazy. It was very neutral, very peaceful. I was very happy. And I spoke on my day, but towards the end, right before I felt like I was going to wrap up, I felt the urge to call my energy back. I just remembered how encapsulated I was with creating art and sharing it with you guys and sharing my spiritual journey. And all of a sudden it stopped. And I called that energy back through writing. I wrote verbatim, I call my energy back. I call that creative energy back. And I felt it as I was writing it, and I was very present in the moment. And I didn't think anything of it at the time. I just closed my notebook up and went straight to bed because I journal at night. Mind you, I will emphasize that journaling is my spiritual gift. Journaling and creating art, anything using my hands to create spells or to connect with the spiritual realm, I use my hands with that. Recently, I actually discovered my spiritual gifts through journaling because I got into a meditative state and I unintentionally began to write without knowing, and which is called automatic writing, or I forgot the other term, but I'll put it up there. And this was during my Saturn return sometime last year, and it all just came at me. And I stopped journaling for some reason also during this time when I stopped creating. It was just not something I was interested in doing. And so recently I've been getting back into the swing of things, and I was like, I need to make a ritual. I need to dedicate time to journaling every single night because I know it's good for me. I know it's good to speak about my day and release that anger or emotion, whatever emotion I'm feeling, happy, anger, sad, whatever, because I'm able to reflect on it then and there. So I decided that I was going to write Monday night, and that's when I poured my heart out and calling my energy back, and I went to bed. And the next day I was angry going to work on Tuesday, which is today. I just got extremely angry. I was frustrated. I was just annoyed, and I couldn't figure out what it was because it wasn't anything in particular. I just felt this. And then I had to sit with myself and realize that, baby, I called my energy yesterday. I called my energy back, the energy of creativity. I called that back on a Monday, which is ruled by the moon, which is psychic abilities, intuition, that spiritual power that you have is on that Monday. And I called that energy back, which was so powerful that it came back to me on Tuesday. And Tuesday is ruled by Mars, which is fire. It was fury, it's passion, it's aggression, it's courage. And I realized after sitting and meditating while I was angry that I was angry because I got my energy back, and my energy is frustrated with me. My energy wants to be released. It's asking me, why were you stagnant for so long? So when you call your energy back, whether it be through spoken word, written word, if you do it through creating art, there's multiple ways to call your energy back, and there is no right way. It's whatever you feel called to. You can sit here and say it right now and mean what you say, that you call it back if you've been feeling stuck or stagnant. But know that the days leading up, You're going to have that anger that comes out of nowhere, and you're going to be confused. And that's why your spiritual journey is so important, because one thing it teaches you is to sit with yourself. A lot of times we just like brush off frustration, or we lash out at our loved ones because we don't understand why we're frustrated, because we don't sit with ourselves. And if I would have ignored that frustration and went on about my day, I probably would have lashed out on my husband, or, my mother when she called me, or my sister. But instead, I sat with it and I was able to realize, okay, I'm frustrated with myself because I've been stagnant. And now that I have my energy back, one thing I need to do right now is move, okay? Action. And I was at work, so I knew I couldn't create right there at work, but I could take a break and go on a walk. So I went on a walk, just looking at the trees, just breathing and letting it out. And as soon as I came home, I told myself, I'm going to create. And today I'm sitting in front of this camera speaking to you guys on how to call back your energy and what to expect once you get it. So yes, you have the power to call back your energy. You can do it through rituals, you can do it through spell work, or you can do it through the power of yourself, the power of your own energy. You can call it back. You have that power. I'm very witchy, and I love to do spell work and rituals and make things because it's the aesthetic of it, and also it makes your intentions like I don't know the word, but like it increases that intention. But at the end of the day, you are the powerful one. You are the one who puts that intention into the things and objects that you use to increase that energy, because it's all about belief. So call your energy back however you feel called to do, but know that when that energy comes back, frustration may follow, anger may follow, but that's a good sign, because that means you have it back, and that anger is meant to be released creatively, or however that energy is meant to be released. Okay, I think that's pretty much it. This is just like a follow-up. I wanted to speak on this, and I also wanted to create this content because I realized sitting in this anger and sitting in this frustration and figuring out why was I stagnant for so long, I was holding myself back because I wanted to create content like this, but I boxed myself in, and I always said that this channel, I won't box myself in, but I still do it. And I guess I'm just at this age now where I'm like, you know what, F it. Whoever doesn't like all of me isn't a part of me. So I was holding myself back because I wanted to create more spiritual content like this, but I also wanted to kind of be a hermit and keep that to myself. But I know I have this calling to share myself creatively, and part of creativity is spirituality. They go hand in hand. You can't do one without the other. All that to say, I'm going to be creating more spiritual content, whether that be going over glamour magic or money magic or protection magic, or how powerful we are, and how to believe in yourself and trust yourself and trust your intuition. I love that type of content because that builds up your creativity. People think of glamour magic and be like, oh, you just want to look pretty. No, glamour magic, yeah, okay, outside appearance, cool, but it's also internal, and knowing that you are beautiful, period, no matter what. It's that self-love, and self-love is very important for creativity, because if you don't love yourself truly deeply, how can you create? You're always going to be worried about the wrong things. I don't know if I will continue to create content like this on this channel, or if I'll create a separate channel and start dumping all of my spiritual knowledge there and keeping this creativity and light spirituality. But let me know in the comments if you found this video interesting, if you're called to this type of information, because I would love to know if I should continue on or create a separate channel, because either way, it's coming out of me. I can't keep this in anymore because I feel like that's what caused my stagnation. For those of you who are new, my name is Elle. I'm a creative, a spiritual person, and a creative coach. I have a Patreon. I'm also going to be expanding my spiritual knowledge on there as well. I'll update that soon. So if you are interested in that, go ahead and just follow me for free and just like poke around to see if you want to, end up subscribing to me. Right now, I just do monthly podcasts, but eventually I'm going to be broadening that up as I call back my energy of creativity and power. And if you have called back your creative energy or your power when you feel depleted, let me know down in the comments how you called it back and what led to it, and what you thought what you expected, as well as what actually happened. I would love to know your stories down below. And I'll see you guys in the next one. My cat is chewing up this plastic. I got to get him. Bye.